Hey everybody, thank you for coming by. This is video number 3, and it is going to be setup and final adjustment. We've gone through the anatomy, we've gone through the pre-setup with tightening all the screws, cleaning the trunnion, and the contact points here for the arbor. And we've also got our pendulum adjusted in here to where it's 100% loose and free, but there's not a whole lot of play and slop going on in there. So those were all covered in the last video. This video is about setup and final adjustment. So here goes. Let's just take this one and let's open everything up. Let's just open all the screws out. Get some of those. Okay. Now, the first thing we want to do is go ahead and take your springs, compress your springs on both the dit arm return spring and your dash lever. Just adjust them to halfway or so, just to a halfway point. Get some tension on there. You can set it however you want it as you get used to it. Now, the first thing we want to do after we've got a little bit of spring tension on there, we're ready to adjust the damper. So let's make sure that our weight, whatever weight you have, is sitting in about the middle of your pendulum. This is a heavy one. This is a really fast bug, but let your weight be about in the center. So because when you set it up with your weight in the center, as opposed to all the way to one end or the other, if you want to change your speed, the likelihood is that you don't have to change anything but move the weight back and forth. Sometimes if you have it too far one way or the other, on some bugs you may have to adjust your dit contact just a little bit when you change the speed. But set it in the middle, you probably will not have to do that. So set it in the middle, tighten it down. Now, on your the screw here on the right side, this is the one that pushes the pushes the pendulum away from the damper. See, it's moving. Now, with it at rest, and even when it moves away, look how it's vibrating. With it at rest, let it there. Just touch the damper, and let's snug that down. See where we're at. With this weight on there, especially with as heavy a weight as it is, it's gonna hit the damper pretty hard. Now it's not gonna travel that far, but but that's probably enough. You can see just a little bit of movement back. We're kissing, but we're not. If you notice the spring right here, if you push the dit paddle to the right, if you see this spring bend just a little bit before it comes off of the damper, it means that you are well into the damper. So, but in this case, as soon as I move this, there's no bend in that, and I'm just barely touching that. That's probably going to be adequate. Pretty good setting right there. Now let's come over here to this side and adjust the throw of the dit paddle. So if it's touching, let's just bring it out. I saw a good video the other day where the young man took and brought it out a half of a turn, and he liked that. Personally, I like it a little more than that, but that's a matter of personal taste, what you like. So I just know what I would like it to feel like. So I'll set it to deflect back here about 1/8 of an inch. And then I'll snug that down. And pull on it to take the backlash out of it. When you snug down your lock nut, that still feels a little tighter than I like. So there's a little more. Okay, we'll go with that in just a minute. Now, all right, it's okay to be fuzzy. It's good. Next, let's close our dash contact. to where we have about the same deflection to the dash side as we do to the dit side. About 1/8 of an inch, about 1/8 of an inch. Let's snug it down. That's good. That's pretty good for starters. Or now let's hook up where we can make some noise. Let's get it moving. And now we will bring our dot contact in until we start to get some dits out of it. There it's coming. That's very light. Go ahead and bring it on in. Okay, there's 25 or so dits before it starts to slur. That's still too many. Go some more. You can actually hear the tone getting a little bit louder as we really ease in on this. That's about 18. That's not quite. That's 15, 16 dits before we slur and go to a solid tone. 12 good solid dits is enough. You will never need any more than that. Even if you do an 8-dit correction, you still have 4 more good solid dits left before you have any. So pull on the screw, because a lot of these screws are fairly loose in here, you can see. So pull on it, take the backlash out, tighten down your lock nut. Now, here we have, there's 1 through 6 dits. There's an 8-dit correction. So, basically, we're set up and adjusted. Make sure that all of your lock screws are tight. If you like a little bit more or a little bit less spring tension, now's the time to fix it like you want, or leave them set halfway, and then see what you like in the future. If you're just getting started with your bugs. There we have it. Thank you. Appreciate you watching. If you have any questions, put them in the comments. Occasionally I'll look at those. Put them in there. You can always find I'm pretty easy to find. My email is good in QRZ. If you have a problem and you need to get in touch with me, let me know. But I believe that you'll be able to do most anything you need to do to get one set up just by using this little bit of a tutorial. So thank you very much, and I look forward to seeing you again on the next one, which is going to be the actual sending style, what I call the classical bug sending style from the old days. So thank you very much for being here. I appreciate it. See y'all soon.